I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I'm calling to order the Village of Oxford Downtown Development Authority DDA public meeting. If we could do the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible,
liberty and justice for all.
liberty and
Amen.
justice for all. Thank you. If I could get the roll call, please, Justin.
Yes, ma'am. Nicole Ellsworth,
Here.
Rod Charles. Here. Dorothy Jonathan,
Here.
Peter Schultz,
Here.
Laura Herfy, Laura Herfy,
Just a minute, and I'll admit her to the meeting.
okay.
Try Laura again.
All right, Laura Herfy,
I'm on, guys.
hi. And
Sorry, I went
Jonathan,
to the other meeting. Sorry, guys. That was my fault.
Jonathan Knoll,
Here.
Kelsey Cook,
Here.
and Justin Wilcock here.
Thank you. We'll move along to the discussion of DDA goals and objectives from last year and on to next year.
This meeting is our discussion of what we've done and what we're going to be doing. It's required by PA 57 of 2018 that we do this twice a year. We do it in the spring and we do it in December. So this is just an overview of what we're looking forward to and what we've accomplished. So, our big thing that we've accomplished this year is the streetscape and the road construction project. And we'll talk about that later tonight, but the fact that we've participated in this project over the last year, and we are done for this construction season, and we'll be restarting this project up in April. And so far, all indications that we have completed this project under budget. In addition, if anybody wishes to talk about what our goals and objectives will be going forward for the next 12 months, please take the floor.
John Nold here. Is Rod available? Rod Charles?
Hello.
I'd suggest we might want to talk about the sound system. Would that be something that,
Well, we talked about that last year. I believe Glenn has that in the second part of the meeting. Would you rather wait, Glenn?
We can do both. I mean, the purpose of this is to discuss our goals and objectives in a broad sense for what we're trying to accomplish over the next 6 to 12 months and what we've accomplished over the last 6 to 12 months. That's the purpose of these public meetings, is to let
So just
folks know.
to briefly discuss what Jonathan just mentioned, the sound system, when we get it done, I think will be a major improvement to the downtown area. Hopefully we get it done this year. It's been a longer project than it should have been and could have been, but we'll get it done sooner or later. I'm excited about it. I think other people are excited about it too.
I think another one someone might want to talk to is the social districts. I'm not looking for more or less an update, but that might be the result of this, for this meeting's discussion in goals and objectives.
You know, I had a third one there too. At one time we discussed having some kind of something akin to sign grants for awnings. That might be something else to kick around.
Yeah, I think we should probably concentrate on our volunteer base, more engagement with the businesses and participation with the DDA from business owners, and you know, the infrastructure improvements that we've been talking about as well.
Glenn, is there any pet projects that you see that might be brought forward at this time that you have?
I have none at this point.
We do
What-
have the lighting project that's on with through the alleyway and that we've talked about.
We are,
That's kind of on the table.
we are working on trying to get a lighting through Atchison Alley. We also have talked about getting some lighting on the west side of M24. We have talked about several things with regards to getting more placemaking in downtown and making it more attractive now that we've got our streetscape mostly installed. April will be looking at putting in the landscaping and putting in the fixtures and furnishings. We do have our lights on downtown, so that is helpful for the folks who wish to shop after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me just run through this list real quick that has been listed. In terms of the sound system for downtown, as we'll discuss later in our regular meeting, we've got the equipment to do frequency checks. We have the software to do the frequency checks. That'll be done this week. And our equipment is on order. It is scheduled to arrive early January, and we can move forward with installation on that in January. And that is for a music system, sound system to be installed along M24 on some of the light poles. And the concept is to have music running from East Street down to Stanton Denison as phase 1. We'll also be testing frequency for running phase 2, which consists of jumping the signal to run through the rear areas of our downtown so that we also have music in the parking lot areas behind the buildings as well. So we'll be testing that frequency this week. We're not expecting to find any issues with this. This is just something that we're testing before we pull the trigger on the system as a whole.
Who's testing it, Glenn?
I have the software on my computer, and I have the mobile master that connects to it, and I'll be testing each of the proposed locations for our speaker repeaters, as well as testing our proposed expansion of the system.
Should Don Brantley and Joe Medora be involved since they did some initial testing?
I'd be more than happy to involve them. It's just a matter of taking the laptop and the mobile master to each of the locations and then testing each of the 10 channels. So it's just a matter of doing the frequency analysis and moving on from that. But the intent is to have a sound system through our downtown so that we can broadcast music on a regular basis. And when we have events or concerts, that we can broadcast that music throughout the downtown as well. So that it will be a nice amenity in our downtown.
I think we also need to add to our list something with the Economic Vitality Committee, trying to get these empty buildings leased out or improved. And then we might want to explore that farmers market talk that we've had off and on for quite some time. Come this spring.
This would be a good year to bring that into play in downtown. And to enable a farmer's market, we're going to have to look at bringing in a part-time market manager to run that market and make sure that it's operating smoothly on whatever day we choose. But that's something that we should explore on January's DDA board meeting.
There was some discussions from the general public in regards to possibly improving some of the storefronts on 24, particularly the old Verizon Wireless, excuse me. The yellow lamp fixtures might need to be painted or change color. That's just one of could be many changes that we could do. Some of the storefronts on 24. What committee would look into that, Glenn? Would you take charge of that, or how would that be?
Well, that's going to have to be done by the property owners. They're going to have to come to the DDA. We did budget extra money for awnings and extra money for facades and extra money for signs this year in an attempt to get folks to do improvements. Streetscape has been completed. I do know that we have some projects that are coming in line with regards to facade improvements and awning replacements and sign grants as well. We've basically doubled the amount of money that we have in those line items so that going forward we can do more rather than do less, so that we can get new awnings and get the sign grants up there and get the facades improved that we have. We have 3 facade design improvement projects through Oakland County right now. We're just waiting for the actual applications to come in from the property owners, but we've got design assistance through Oakland County for Knapp's Restaurant, for Boulevard Boutique, and for Dunlop's, the old Dunlop's auto repair building as well. So those are all projects that will be coming in that we've got money budgeted for in terms of facade and awning and sign grants.
What about improving some of the other projects like the concerts in the park? We get very poor attendance. There's something else to talk about. Can we do something to improve that? Very few people, very small percentage of the community attends those events.
that's certainly something that can be looked at with the promotions committee to look at how we can improve attendance at that. We canceled the series this year because of COVID, but the prior year, we were averaging 150, 160 people per event. Yes, I'd love to get that up to 200-300 people per event. Some of that's going to require looking at how we change what we're booking for music and how we promote the event. So that's something for the promotion committee to tackle coming up in January and February. And we can put that on the list.
Are there any other comments? Any comments from the public? If not, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded.
Point of discussion,
Okay,
Nicole?
discussion. Yep, go ahead, John.
Are we gonna make a list of all these so we can track them from month to month, or how are we gonna handle that? Anybody have any suggestions? There are, I think, 12 issues that were brought up.
I have 10 written down.
Well, I think they should go out to the committees, each of the projects, and then let the committees come back to us with some ideas regarding these items.
So all this valuable information will be captured on the minutes.
I did make notes myself too of everything.
Good,
Yeah.
thanks, Nicole.
This is being
problem.
recorded as well.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor and it's been seconded, Glenn.
Yes.
Move second, roll call then.
Yes. Nicole Ellsworth,
Yes,
Rod Charles,
Yes.
Dorothy Jonathan,
Yes.
Pete Schultz,
Yes.
Laura Herfy,
Yes.
Jonathan Noel,
Yes.
Kelsey Cook,
Yes.
Justin Wilcox, yes.
okay, thank you.
We are adjourned. I will see you on the other Zoom link in about 2 minutes.
Can
We
you,
have to log back into the
can
other
you
Zoom.
tell us the Zoom link, please?
I can resend that out.
I've got
Via
people from the
email?
public calling me that want to be
All right.
part of it.
I will resend that out momentarily. I needed to keep this as a separate entity, so we will see you at the next Zoom meeting in just a moment.
Thank you, Glenn.